guys, Gina here. I'm going to walk you through my scrapbooking process of this photo of my niece Madison. The photo was taken in December of 2006, and she was 2 at the time, and she is soon to be 10. So, like how that math lines up. So, I'm using a lot of papers here from the Hip Kit Club from March, and there's a lot of the, let's see, American Crafts Dear Lizzie Daydreamer collection, and the pink polka dot paper that you see on the side there, that's actually from Pebbles Garden. It's from Pebbles Garden Party. It's called Tulip. And this watercolor paper is from American Crafts the Dear Lizzie Daydreamer. That's Hula Hoop. And I'm just cutting things down here because I want to make a very layered. I wanted to use a lot of pinks and teals on this layout, and I just want to make a lot of layers to go underneath of this photo. I matted the photo on a little piece of yellow paper. And I'm just thinking about, I wanted to use that feather background paper, but I have a hard time using themed papers when they have nothing to do with the layout. That's just a little quirk that I have. I have a big problem with that. So, I'm actually going to get rid of that background paper. It was a little too busy anyway for what I was trying to achieve here. That piece of yellow paper is from the My Mind's Eye Find Your Wings and Fly collection. It was Sky's the Limit tiled. And here's where I decide I'm not going to use that background paper. I'm going to pull out this Echo Park paper. It's called from their Dots and Stripes collection, and it's called Aqua Tiny Dots. And I think that gives a bit more contrast, and it tones down the because there's a lot of layers and a lot of different patterns going on. I didn't want that background pattern to be very dominant on the paper, and I felt like that feather paper was pretty dominant. I still want to include some of it, but as you'll see, I'll include a sliver of it, and then it will be covered up a lot. But you'll see a couple of feathers sticking out here and there. I was just really trying to toy with paper layers on this layout and figure out how I could get a lot of these patterns on one layout. So that's what you see me here doing, is just messing around with the layers, getting them laid out the way I want. And it'll take me a little while to come upon something that I really like. And this right here is how it's mainly going to break down. I'm going to add a couple of other layers in here, but for the most part, that's how it's going to go. I am going to ink the edges of all of these papers with walnut stain ink. And I find when you're using a lot of patterns, and a lot of scrapbookers do this, but I find when you're using a lot of different patterns that if you ink the edges of the paper, it does give continuity to your layout. So I recommend that. You don't have to, but I do find that when you're using, I don't do it all the time, but when I'm using a number of different patterns, I mean, you do it when you want the grungy sort of, distressed look. But I also do it when I'm using a lot of different patterns for the background papers, because then I feel like it pulls the layout all together. So, of course, my tape runner adhesive ran out of glue. I have to get Stu to put my ATG. I still keep talking about that. I need to get Stu to put my ATG back together. I really should just learn how to do it myself, but I get too frustrated. I'm quite, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm quite impatient. So I really like that little sticker from Amy Tangerine. It says Everyday Love, and that sticker is from, it's from Delighted Accent and Phrase Stickers. I believe that was her maybe it was Ready, Set, Go. I don't remember which collection pack that was from, but it's Amy Tangerine. That 2 is also from that collection pack, and I thought I didn't know when else I would use the 2, and she's 2 in this photo, so I thought it worked. I'm using this border strip that has this, and that's why you're seeing me write it down here, because I'm going to actually paste that Pebbles border strip down. It's got this like teal and pink floral pattern going on, and I'm just going to cut it in half and use it on 2 sides of the layout so that one, it pulls the layout all together, and then it gives me one piece of paper that has all of the different colors of the layout in it. And when you're mixing a lot of patterns, I find that that's very helpful if you can find one piece of paper that has all the colors in it. It's missing a bit of yellow, but the yellow is not very prominent on this layout anyway. It will be more prominent a little bit more prominent than what you're seeing now, but it's still not going to be as prominent as the other colors. That's a little authentique tag I thought I was going to use. And now I'm just pulling and looking at my die cuts and trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And then I decide I'm going to do the title. These are the letter stickers that came with the Hip Kit Club, but I'm completely out of ease here. And I wanted to call the layout Special Little Lady. And without the E's, that would have been difficult. So I just took some B's and I just cut the loops off of them, and I came up with some E's. So it worked out well. I'm just going to pull out some scissors that are a bit sharper than the red and gray ones that you see laying there, so that I can just get those loops off those B's. And then I'm going to set up my title here. And of course I'm not using wax paper, really trying to figure this out, so I'm going to eventually have to pull up all these letters because they're not going to fit. The little and the lady are not going to fit down there, and I finally realized it here, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to move this all over. So you see a lot of scrapbookers, if you watch a lot of process videos, you'll see a lot of scrapbookers use the wax paper, and they put their letters on wax paper before they transfer it to their final layout, and it helps. I mean, it really does, but I don't know. I don't know. It seems like an extra step to me, and stickers don't stick that well anyway, so I can always just pull them up off the layout. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should be using the wax paper, but I go back and forth. I have no idea. So I needed another E, so that's what you're seeing me do here. I'm just cutting those loops off the B's, and I was very impressed with myself that I figured this out, that you could use a B as an E. I think I don't remember what letter I started, that I was going to use a different letter to make the E's, and then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I was going to cut the D down and then use part of the D to make the center horizontal line on the E, but then I noticed the B's there, so I'm just adding a couple of dimensional adhesive foam dots things underneath some of these layers just to give it some dimension. I'm using these two clips. They're little arrow clips with hearts in them. One is silver and one is aqua, and they came in one of the Lawn Fawn kits. I keep all my Lawn Fawn embellishments in that brown bin you see right there, and then as I'm making layouts I just go and pull things from it. I really like getting embellishment kits because I find that, like scrapbooking kits, I don't get enough embellishments. So when I have the Lawn Fawn embellishments, it helps. And I'm just adding these there are stars with little sequins on them, and I'm just adding those around the layout. And then you'll see me, I'm going to add some, am I going to do it now? I think so. I'm going to add some yellow hearts to the layout, but then I'm eventually going to pull them up, and I'm going to replace them with white hearts. And I guess you don't really notice, but my glue dot adhesive runner there is completely out of glue dots. Well, it got to the end of the tape, but what I do is I break it at that point. I tear it through, and then I pull the tape back out because I know in the course of scrapbooking that I have missed glue dots, and I'm not very particular. But that's just one of my little quirks. I always go through and pull that tape back out to see where the glue dots are that I missed, and then make sure I use them. This is a little strip from Authentique here that I'm going to put on the left side of the layout, and then you'll see me pull out that tag that I also pulled out from I'll pull out that tag that I had sitting out from that Authentique collection, and I will use that to bridge the gap up here on that upper left-hand corner there. There we go. Or maybe not. It took a little longer than I was expecting there. There you go. And now I'm just looking. Now it's come down to journaling and embellishments at this point. So I have these stickers on my desk, and one of them says, "Who could resist that smile?" And where's that from? It's from Basic Gray. I think it's from their Piccadilly collection. Oh no, it's from Hello Luscious. It's from Hello Luscious, their title stickers. Is that one that says, "Who could resist that smile?" The one that says, "I'm crazy for you," that I will add later, is from Piccadilly. I think I'm doing that now. And I am making sure that I ink all the edges of everything with Distress ink again, just to keep it all continuous and the same across all the different elements of the paper. Of the page, I mean. There we go. There's that thing that says I'm crazy for you. And now again, just going through all of the die cuts that came with the kit. And here's where I'm going to put those yellow hearts down. I was mistaken before, but here's where I'm going to put those yellow hearts down, and then I'm eventually going to realize that I don't like the yellow ones, and I'm going to put the white ones down. Or no, the yellow ones are already down. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. The yellow ones are already down, and now I'm going to pull them up and make them I'm not going to leave the yellow ones. I'm going to pull them up and make them white, and then I'm going to use some little yellow circle gem look like things to add a 3D yellow, what's the word I'm looking for? Embellishment to the page. So here's where I'm pulling up those yellow hearts, and I'm going to replace them with white hearts here. There you go. And I'm still pulling the tape out of my glue dot adhesive runner to find the glue dots that I that I missed the first time around. So it's weird that I do that, but I don't know, it's just a little quirk. So now I'm just deciding on embellishments. I'm going to put a little sticker up there, not that one, but I'm going to put a sticker up there that says All My Love. And All My Love is from that basic gray Hello Luscious title sticker sheet. And now I'm looking for a pen that I can do my writing, do my journaling on, and I just tested this pen on a different sheet of that same paper to make sure that using that pink was going to show up. And that pink there is a Zig Millennium pen in the 05, and it's called Light Pink. And I'm just doing my journaling, and my journaling said, Madison has been adorable since the day she was born, with no hair for a very long time. She still had these large expressive eyes, these big squeezable cheeks, and this cute little preet nose. In this picture, she's 2 years old and just as precious as ever. She was always smiling and laughing, and she loved to play with whomever would give her attention. She was also a big ham. If you had a camera, she wanted to be in front of it. December 25th, 2006. And that very much, she's a little bit different now. She's turning into like a little moody little girl. She's 10 now, so she's, a little bit moodier and not as easy to smile. But she's still cute, and we have a good time together. So here are some still pictures of the layout. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.